with you?
Nothing. I'm drinking.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think we're all drinking tonight this
It
time.
was great. I don't have much as a cough as I did, so I'll try. Like that's.
No, Sonya's immune system is super strong. Super strong.
Yeah, like even just
Lucky
from
bitch.
yesterday, like it's way different. And I think I have like a little bit of a nasal sounding, I think still. Like it's a little bit, or it might be my ears. I don't know. There's like something, but
yeah, something in sinus passage or something.
Yeah, but
I'm not jealous,
that,
not at all. Whatever. Yeah. Every time I get sick, I'm dead. But like, whatever.
That's because I had a vacation for 3 years. Like that's, and no one else.
I only had a vacation for like a year. That was it, and then I started getting mega sick.
Because your kid's in kindergarten. That's when it's
your kids are in school. That's
yeah, like and
Nick's sick again. And like he was like hugging me and breathing on me. I was like, "You little shit! Like just fuck off! Like leave me alone." No, he's like, "I'm gonna get you sick too."
Like, you're just waiting for it.
Kids are gross.
Kids are gross.
Like he purposely does it.
I was quarantined the whole time. Wore a mask when I had to make them food and stuff.
Speaking of, what is everyone drinking, Jessica?
I'm just drinking beer again. Just I'm easy. Most of the time I'm like, oh shit, I'm recording tonight. I have to get alcohol, so I just send the husband to grab something quick.
Nice. And Sonia?
Just Old Faithful, half juice and rum.
Nice.
It's not the Cranger Ale because I can't find it.
I just got a case. Actually, my mother-in-law got me a case.
I should ask my mother-in-law. I'll be like, hey, have you seen the Cranger Ale? Grab 10. That doesn't go bad, right?
No, it doesn't really.
Not for a long time.
I can drink it for most of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I got Bailey's. I'm gonna finish off this bottle.
You're just drinking it out of the bottle.
I'm just drinking out of the bottle. I'm not dirtying the glass because that's a lot of work. Yeah. And hey, have you had milk in glasses and when it sits and it's just a pain in the ass? I just drink it out of the fucking bottle.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We don't judge here.
No, we don't.
Do
not. We encourage bad behavior here.
Yes. Okay. For the topic, it is what was the most amazing thing you've ever done, but no one was around to witness? And then the word is mean.
Okay.
Oh, that's a tough one. I'm not that. Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So this one time I was at college, and I had, so backstory, I'm super awkward and can barely function myself. Okay. So I
think our listeners probably understand this by now.
So I'm in line at Tim Hortons with my book bag, everything else like that, holding my drink and then waiting to pay for it. But so at the school, you have to make your own coffee and then wait in line to pay for it. So then there was this person in front of me and was throwing, dropping. It was like a cartoon, things just went whoop and was falling. I caught his coffee and his book bag and I kicked.
You did Spider-Man?
It was, but there was no tray. It was and I had my stuff, but it was the smoothest I've ever been in my entire life. And there was nobody there to witness it. Well, there was people, but it's not they.
Yeah, we're noticing.
They would have just been oh, cool catch. But I don't do things like that. That is not a cool catch. That was superpowers. It was so smooth. And then I was able to put his stuff down for him while holding my stuff and my drink, put his drink down for him. It was perfect. And nobody was there. And I've never been that smooth ever again. I was so wasted.
It's the one time your spidey senses actually worked. Yeah, just the one time.
I wasn't anxious in that second. All of a sudden there was blissness and then I was able to function, but never, not
yeah, your body's
then.
She's breathing normally. And then it's
the right amount of oxygen is going to my muscles.
Her heart rate hasn't increased.
Yeah.
Your brain slows down for just a second, which puts everything in slow motion since you're so used to being hyper vigilant.
Yes.
That normal is slow motion to you. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a beautiful moment. It was 15 years ago. I don't think will ever happen again. But that's one thing I could think of on the top of my head that nobody witnessed.
Don, do you have one?
I'm trying to think. No, like I can't think of anything right now.
I think this topic is hilarious because you can't call anyone on any
right?
shit.
You could just make bullshit up because nobody was there to witness.
I'd be like, once I made it into a NASA space program.
And I believe you. I went to space
like, what
camp.
do you do? And I was like, and I couldn't afford to go. Poor kid problems. So I had to refuse the invitation. And so no one knows that I was smart enough to get into a NASA space camp program. So you could believe that. Like that's, but it's not true. It's not true. I'm just
not true. Okay, I got one.
Okay.
It's actually, well, okay.
It's real.
It is real. I kind of saved my own life. So what had happened was I was a ghetto kid. Let's put that out there. And I was playing on top of a garbage bin. Okay. Okay. But like below the garbage bin, I had a wagon with like blankets there, like like right there at the front of it. Anyway, I'm playing on top of this garbage bin and whatever because I don't know, I'm 7 years old and stupid. And I slip and I fall and I roll and rolled into the wagon with the blanket.
Oh,
if
no.
that wagon with the blanket wasn't there, I would have cracked my head off of the concrete and probably fucking died.
Yeah, your brains would have been like,
But I was by myself. There was no one watching me. Like my parents were inside the house drinking. I wasn't with friends. I'm pretty sure I borrowed Natalie's wagon because it wasn't my wagon.
I'm pretty sure Natalie stole that wagon, so
I'm pretty
don't worry about it.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure I stole it from her.
We could never afford a wagon, so don't worry.
And so yeah, I tripped, fell, rolled off of this garbage bin, and landed into the wagon instead of cracking my head on concrete. And like literally, as I was rolling, I was like, "Oh my god, this is it! I'm gonna break an arm. I'm dead. Like I'm done.
I'm done."
Landed in the goddamn wagon, and I was like, holy shit. And then went in and had dinner. Didn't even tell my mom. It just whatever.
I feel like if you were a latchkey kid at any level, you saved your own life every day. Like you weren't supposed to be responsible for your life. Yet you were. So good on all the latchkey kids out there. Yay! I still can't think of like a real one. I'm the type of person that needs praise. We've been over this. So, I need to make sure that every good thing I've done is in front of someone that can tell me, good job. Good job. I guess like one thing kind of is when me and my son's bio dad split up, the whole like having to survive as a single mom with like no family support and go to school and shit like that. Like people don't watch you while you're doing that. Like people don't like you have friends that don't even know what the fuck you're doing. It's like, yeah, I've worked 70 hours this week. They don't have a clue. Yeah. Not, like they don't know. Like so I feel like a lot of that time was actually, like a lot of my friends had no idea. A lot of my family even had no idea what was going on in my life. And I still graduated and my kid's still breathing.
That's good. That's
so well, yeah, okay, that alone, good girl. Right?
Like
good girl, thank you.
You're such a good girl, Jessica.
Oh, I have another one.
Okay.
So this is something nobody was around, and so many people didn't even believe me. When I was 12, I was walking to school, and I was almost abducted. So, like, I was walking to school, and this, like, guy came up behind me. He, like, picked me up and tried to grab me. But I was able to, like, kick off a tree. We fell on the ground, and then I was, like, screaming, hitting, and I guess he just, like, you're not worth it. Yeah. And then, so that's something I was able to do. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing. Yeah.
But then, like, it was, like, the worst. The after experience was, like, the absolute worst thing. Like, I regret, like, telling people. So, like, there was, like, this person who, like, told the news. They came out and, like, saved me. They were, like, had their picture in the paper.
Oh, that's so gross.
And what it was, like, I was in this bush, so there was like these train tracks. If you live in Hamilton, Depew Street, Beach Road, there's the tracks there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then so there's like a bush there, so you have to come out of the bush area to get to houses. And then so I came out and she's like, oh, I heard screaming, like, are you okay? I was like, this guy just tried to like abduct me, like he tried to like take me away. And then she's like, oh, come inside. I was like, no, I have to go to school. But then my friend Sylvie's brother lived 2 doors down and he came out because he heard me screaming. He's like, what's going on? I was like, oh my gosh, there's this man and he tried to take me. And he was like on his way. I was like, oh, is Sylvie ready for school? And he's like, oh, Sylvie's already left. Like Sylvie had to go somewhere else, had to go earlier. I was like, okay. And then I went to school, but like he actually went and like looked for this guy, like in the bush area. But the woman who like came out and asked if I was okay was like, she told everybody that like in the paper that she went out and she like scared him off and like.
That's so gross. Like that's such gross behavior.
Yeah. Like hero complex. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I went all the way to school and then I told my friends there because I went to pick them up. I guess I was late because I went to get Sylvie and then Joni, and they were both already at school. And then I went to school and I was like, oh my gosh, guys, like, guess what, just like something happened. I cried because like,
it's traumatizing.
Like you're all of a sudden with your friends, right? So then you're crying and then they go get the principal and then the principal didn't believe me, but they're like, oh, are you sure this happened? And like, they were talking about if they should call the police. They're like, oh, like we should call your mom. I was like, I don't have a phone. Like you can't call my mom. And then the police didn't believe me. And then the aftercare after that, like kids were like, oh, like you're almost abducted. And then they like made fun of me for like getting raped. Like, even though like that didn't happen.
Kids are disgusting.
Yeah. Like it was like the worst experience.
They learn it from the disgusting adults, you know, like everyone's disgusting.
Yeah. So the amazing part of that story is I'm still alive today. But like, like the rest of it, not so amazing.
I don't think I have any other ones either. Like,
I'm just amazing all the time, so I don't know.
Like, it's when you pinpoint.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll just start live streaming my life, and then like there'll be no moments that no one has seen.
And then when you go to the bathroom, you can blur yourself out. Like,
oh my god, yeah. Unless you pay extra, and then you can get the mod. Wink.
I would tell you to order pizza.
Oh my god, there's like 20 pizzas at my house. I throw a party. There's like strangers.
Yeah.
Oh no.
You pee your pants because there's too many people.
Yeah. No, I haven't actually played Sims in a while. I feel like it just takes so much time, and I've just been like, I don't have 4 hours minimum.
It's minimum because like that's how long it takes just to design your house.
I hate that. I hate designing. Like that's my biggest thing. Games, I hate designing. I hate designing steps. I hate designing whatever. Like, so when it comes to like the Sims houses, I always just like place one. You know, it's like chairs, table, all the things I need. I don't really spend time designing because I don't know. I don't. In most games, I don't like that step. Same with character, like making your character look something. I'm like, I don't care. This won't play. Like I just don't care.
They're gonna be dead soon anyway. They're gonna accidentally die somehow.
Exactly.
I haven't played Sims in like forever. I should just download it.
I played like the last time I played was actually like 3 months ago, and I started our commune. So there's the 3 of us and a bunch of chickens, and solar panels, and
you can get solar panels.
Yeah, there's so many things now.
Off the grid, grid, and like we're best
cows and shit. Reaper. Like, there's a lot of shit you can do now.
Like, is this like Sims like with a number like 3 or 4 or some shit, or is it just like the Sims?
Sims with a number? Are you gonna play The Sims from 1998? Like, I don't understand.
It's been that long. I'm trying to fucking tell you. Like,
Sims
I haven't
with a number.
You would love it because you can be a vampire and have sex with everybody.
It's true, you can.
Okay, so you need to tell me. So it's Sims 4 or is it just The Sims?
It's
like,
Sims
what is
4.
it?
Sims 4, and there's a bunch of expansions. Don't listen. I can give you a file.
Thank you. I would really greatly appreciate because I'm a broke ass.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Audience, please redacted.
Redacted.
Edit it out, drink.
That's not going to get edited on YouTube.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to edit that out. It's funny. It's funny.
Like, haha, funny.
Huh. I'm trying to think if there's any cool shit I've done in a video game that maybe no one saw. Because I've played a lot of video games. I don't do speed runs. I never understood the point of speed runs. It's like, cool, you finished fast.
Talking about finishing fast. Actually, I got a story. I think Sonia has a similar one too, because I think I remember her telling me one of these kind of stories. Did my business and passed out. It was that intense. No one witnessed that.
A coma.
Yes.
I've told you.
Orgasm coma.
But like mine took a while. It was like an afternoon of orgasms, and then I had like a 5-hour nap. It was like the best experience of my life.
No, I literally blacked out and then woke up to like buzzing. Like it was still like going on. And I was like, shit. Yeah. No one witnessed that. And I think that was like the best thing ever.
Right? Like your own personal experiences.
Yeah.
Well, were these supposed to be moments we were proud of or something?
Yeah, I wasn't proud of that.
Okay, wait. I'm proud too. What was the most amazing thing?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to be proud.
I'm both. And that was amazing and I was proud. Okay?
That is amazing. Like it's
so yeah.
Mine wasn't like the exact same. Mine was just like a fun afternoon ending in a good nap.
Yeah, no, I blacked out and woke up to like the thing still going off, and I was like, shit. Like what happened? I think I blacked out for like 15 minutes. I don't know. I don't remember. I wasn't telling the time.
At least like your battery lasted really long.
No. I don't use battery. No. I have like superpower plug-in.
Oh, you have like the charge. Plug one. Yeah.
This was like a long time ago. The like USB thing, like charging is like the last like 5-10 years in between.
Yeah, no, this isn't even USB charging. This is actually connected to a power source.
Is it like the Hitachi wand?
Yes.
Yeah,
that is it.
I have that too.
It's like plugged into the wall.
Yeah, it plugs directly into the wall.
Yeah.
That's smart. I have to have like
that is some superpower shit too. Like the most intense thing I've ever felt. So that's why.
So like, do you have to use like an extension cord?
It's like
so
big too.
Okay,
it's like
so yeah, the cord's pretty good. Like I can go practically across the room, but I have a power bar like beside my bed because like I plug in my lights for like my mirror, and then I plug in like my heating pad for when I'm on my period. I have a bunch of things that are plugged in, like my blow dryer that I don't really use, and then my
just like everything's just plugged in. A fire.
Oh my phone charger.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say she falls asleep with the Hitachi wand going, and it sets the fire ablaze.
My bedtime routine.
It's like leaving a hair straightener on for too long, unattended. She leaves the wand unattended for too long.
My Baileys. Shit.
You're gonna be like on Darwin Awards, like one of the stupidest deaths of the year.
Dumb ways to die.
Dumb ways to die, but the dumbest
to die.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. So death by wand.
Death by wand. Oh, I think our listeners are really going to enjoy that one.
And it's like only 6 to the bed, like the fire just stays like centralized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's like okay, Dawn, you didn't make it. Okay, in this.
I didn't make it.
No, you didn't make it in this scenario. Okay?
You're killing me off. Okay.
And so the firemen come in, and it's just Dawn like spread legged, but like all like burnt, like she's burnt to a crisp. She's all crisp, but her legs are spread, and the wand's just in the middle. And there's like the cord is black all the way to the power bar, where there's like a little fire. Yeah, that's it.
It's still working.
It's still working. It's like the what's it called, the board that burns, but still like the Ouija board or whatever it is.
Everything around it. Yeah, everything around it burnt, but it's still going strong.
It's got some spirits attached. It's all good.
They come in, they're like running around, they're like, they smell the smoke, they're like, bzz, they're like, what's that sound? Is it, is there more flames? Like, where are we going? They go in, it's just the wands going.
And then porn in the background. You got to make the porn in the background.
That's still going?
Yeah, that's still going.
The fire didn't make it that far.
Yeah, only
right at dawn.
It circled me. Like, that's it. Yeah.
That'd be something amazing that no one witnessed.
Yeah.
Except for the firefighters would have witnessed
but they wouldn't have witnessed it. They saw the
action. Yeah, they saw the aftermath.
Not like the fact that like you didn't even try and move or anything.
They didn't witness the witchcraft I performed. It was like, whatever.
You just let that happen. You're like, I'm busy.
It feels too good to stop. Just burn me alive.
I mean, if that's the way you have to go,
I'm down with that. I'm fine. Like, death by snoo, but like self-made.
Snoo.
And then imagine, like, because like the wand company is gonna have to issue like a recall as a fire hazard.
They're gonna like film our like podcast and be like, disclaimer: this does not actually happen with us. Like, there's no spirits. There's no.
Dave has to sue the company for like damages. Yes, no, he has to go to court. It's like because of your faulty
wiring or
whatever.
But that means that in court they're gonna have to show the pictures that were taken of Don in the bed.
I'm dead. I don't care. You can see that shit. I'm gonna be famous, bitch.
I'd love to see the attorney that has to like defend against that.
You see, that's not real. Like,
as you can see, the victim had ample time to escape the flame, as the flame barely filled up the room. The victim chose to stay here. So this death is not a murder or a faulty wiring mishap. It's a suicide. Dun, 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 dun. And it's Law and Order.
Victims unit.
Yep. Well, it isn't. Would it be considered a sex crime?
Yeah, because
Special Victims Unit is sex crimes.
Yeah, so okay, well, because it's a sex toy, right? And like probably what would happen is that the creators knew that there was a faulty like wiring, but they still sold it, thinking no one's gonna go for 12 hours, and someone did. That someone was me.
We should write this episode. I think they're still making seasons.
If you're watching, come hit me up. I want the credits.
We have ideas.
Yeah, like I'll be the extra. I'll be the victim for that episode. I have the rehearsal material. We got this.
That's just porn dumbery.
Whatever.
It's
just a fairy. Like, I'm being a real person. I'm not being a fairy.
You can just do like special effects afterwards of like fairies flying around.
Sorry, now I'm like picturing like okay, I went on a adventure. Okay, so first I was picturing Law and Order, but as a porn. Okay. And then I was picturing like Law and Order, but they're fairies as a porn. So they're wearing like little suits, but they have little wings.
And then they're like go back to like the reenactment of the event, and it's the porn.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun, dun, dun.
Can you like thrust to that in that tune? Like I don't know if that's
yeah, I'm pretty sure there's some pelvic movements I can throw in there. Bump, 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 bump.
Yeah, so it's like you go like you're like thrust, and then you're like little circles around, and thrust, little circles.
Swivel those hips.
Oh, that'd be fun to see. I bet you someone's done it. It's on the internet somewhere.
It's on the internet.
It's on the Pornhub. It's there.
Oh, probably.
It was CSI porn. It's on order, whatever it is.
I watch CSI porn too.
Jag. All those cop ones.
Oh, my stomach hurts now.
You got abs.
Oh, I wish you could just laugh your way to a fit body.
I know. Why can't you?
Instead, they make it like you have to work out, eat right, and then have good genes on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stars have to align. Or then you have the people that do like nothing but have abs.
Yeah,
Those
it's so fucking annoying.
I'm pretty sure they don't do nothing. I'm pretty sure they have a rigorous schedule that we don't see.
Well, there's something amazing we don't see.
No, I don't think it's amazing. I'm pretty sure it's rigorous and like they like lose a lot of their life to like dedicate it to their system, but like that's their way of life now, and so
yeah, but not all the people. Like I've known people that just like my mom. I know people that are skinny and like slim, but those muscles, you have to actually work for those, believe it or not. They don't just come out of nowhere. Well, 90% of the time, if you're famous, you're on steroids for getting those muscles too. But so. Like they're also on a strict like diet and schedule, and they have to do a shit ton of stuff. And I couldn't dedicate that much. I don't know. I've seen some pretty skinny white guys that have abs, and they just like.
It's because they lack of fat, right? Like, so like
yeah,
your core is like your strongest part of your body. So like, even if you're just standing up straight, you're working your core. So it's probably just they have zero body fat because they're beanholes, and it just looks like they have abs. Like they don't have to work as hard to make them bigger.
Yeah, to make them show.
Yeah, they're just their natural abs. Because I'm sure everyone has natural abs. They're just the more you work on them, the bigger they get. And just skinny people just don't have to work.
It's annoying.
they're so scrawny looking. It's just like little stick figures. What if that makes you happy? Yeah, that makes me happy. I don't want to body shame.
We're not body shaming. Yeah. We're just saying well, I don't know what we're saying.
I'm so lost now. What?
Okay, things that amazing that happened that no one witnessed. Think
brain, think of things. Think brain, think
I know, it's so annoying because it's like I'm sure there's something, but now I'm like, no, I've never done anything amazing in my life.
Like never. I just live a boring life.
Have you ever done something that was amazing that someone did witness?
Oh, all the time.
Like, okay, but it has to be like really extraordinary. Let's narrow it down. I know you do everything all the time amazing, but like let's narrow it down a little bit.
Just you're like, well, no, I don't know what to validate.
Like extremely
yeah, I don't know
amazing.
What your bar for amazing is.
Life-saving miracle realm. That area.
I keep myself alive every day.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, I do that too.
Well, what about you? What about you? What amazing miracle, life-saving thing have you done that someone did witness as well?
Okay, so a coworker had a seizure, and I grabbed her before she hit the ground and nearly cracked her head.
Hit her head.
Yeah, that was amazing.
You said this story already.
I know.
That's why I see like the one life save I did. It was already on another episode. I'm like, I've already talked about that.
I was really proud of that moment. Okay,
it's good. It's a good moment to be proud of.
Yeah,
something amazing. I got pregnant at 16, but I also, due to getting pregnant, I found out I had cancer. Mm-hmm. So, bam. Amazing. Not the cancer part, the fact that I found it and I got rid of it. But I wouldn't have found it without being pregnant because it was like with the ultrasound. I wasn't sick or anything. Yeah, no, it just I had to get it like removed, like my scars like this big, it was huge. It was like by the time they took it out, it was like the size, it was bigger than what my baby was when she was born.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like my biggest fear because like not all cancers show symptoms.
They don't.
No,
and it's just like you meet and like I'm like,
until you're like stage 4 and you're like literally near your bed, like deathbed. It's like, now we're gonna like tell you.
That's why like you should always go get like random health checks, because like screening is key.
Yeah.
Into death prevention.
It needs to be free. That's the thing. And
little
by little it's not.
It's like, yeah, but you have to like, unfortunately now it's like once you have to like, if you're like just casually trying to get like MRIs and stuff, it takes like a year to like.
You need a specialist referral.
Yeah, you need a specialist and stuff for all of that,
then,
unless you're over a certain age, and then it's like a 3-year wait list at this
you can't
point.
just walk
in
into
Ontario
the ER and be like, I have a random scan. No, they don't do that. And they won't test for cancer markers anymore in your blood work without charging you. So now that costs money.
I used to, up until I moved, I got tested once a year. Because
now PAPs are every 3 years, so you can't even do once a year for that.
I think if you have a
3
history,
to 5,
though, it's more
3 to 5
often.
years.
Yeah, if it's have a history, but they still will make you pay for it.
Yeah,
I've never paid.
No. I just got a letter about the PAPS test. So it can be yearly if you've had a
if you personally had it but if you have a family history,
no.
So if you've personally had then you get added. But if you have like a history of cervical cancer and stuff,
then you have to wait till it shows up.
Still every 3 years, unless it shows up on yours. Because like I had a friend that had like almost every woman in her family, and so she just paid. 2 years out of 3 she would pay to have it checked yearly, so it's annoying.
Just so you got pain.
They don't do shit.
They don't care.
I couldn't walk, and they're like, yeah, here's some muscle relaxers, you'll be fine.
I think your like gynecologist might be a little more understanding.
Not even
half the time you have to go to a family doctor just to get your PAP.
They avoid doing anything unless they absolutely have to. That's the thing. Like, and that's like all doctors across the board.
So I don't know.
But it's really bad in Ontario right now.
It's bad everywhere.
But like in Ontario,
even Alberta, I would not want to live in Alberta right now.
Alberta's always been bad.
I know, but it's even worse than Ontario. So I'm like, I keep thinking like, I know our system's broken and stuff, and I'm just like, at least I'm not in Alberta. At least I'm not in Alberta. At least I'm not in Alberta. Like, I have to
not in New Brunswick.
That too. It's like, everyone that has a conservative government.
It's just getting worse. It wasn't so like we've only been here a year and we're already seeing it just get. And that was like at the end of the pandemic we moved here. Well, not the end of it, but like and then the middle. I don't know. It's still going.
Like it's still a pandemic, but like I feel like the end of mandates.
Yeah, it was around the end of mandates. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it just started getting like worse and worse and worse. Like even like emergency, like I was like, oh, like because we were talking like usually when I get sick, it turns into pneumonia. I was like, I don't want to wait 15 hours just for antibiotics, right? Like it's, I'll just wait. Maybe it'll go away on its own. But this is going away.
Thank God. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, hospital system.
Yeah, the system here is just like, I mean, they had to, some of the children's hospitals had to call in Red Cross.
That was recently, and like, so Ford just did an interview, and did you see that reporter where he was like, you say you're doing everything to throw at the problem, then why the fuck is Red Cross coming in? That's not even provincial, that's federal, Yeah. Like, no, that's like worldwide.
Yeah.
Like, why the fuck are they coming in when you could have money to put into the system? No. You're getting outsourced. That's bullshit.
Yeah. Well, because they have to break the system before they can privatize it. Like, that's all it is. But it's just like, all the like 13 and up children are now being moved to adult hospitals, and now they're taking up adult beds. So now there's going to be adult bed shortage soon. Just sucks.
Also, stop sending your kids to school sick. Maybe there'll be less kids on ventilators.
Oh my God. Okay. So I have a friend at Caleb's school. Like, we have a group of like parents, like a couple of them, right? And then there's this like new mom. Not going to get into it too much. But anyway. So her kid has been off school for a couple of days now due to sickness. So then I see her coming up today, like Friday, the last day. Her kid's been missed like most of the week. The last day, she comes up with her kids, and I was just like, hey, Like, I guess they're feeling better. She's like, no, they're still sick, but I just couldn't handle it anymore.
Ugh, that's annoying.
And I just stared at her. I'm like, literally the last day, you couldn't hold them for the last day. They were off most of the time. Like, what's the fucking point at this point? Like,
yeah, a lot of people like who can keep their kids home refuse to keep their kids home because they need a break. You probably should have thought of that. Like, people deserve a break.
I need a break all the fucking time too. But like,
me too.
My kid has sniffles, that kid is like asshole.
Yeah. They're your responsibility to keep safe and stuff. Like, they're not the school's responsibility. They're your responsibility. Like,
it's like he's not gonna learn if he feels like shit. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Well, like a big problem now is like with inflation, cost of living, groceries, everything like that. It's like a lot of working parents, a lot of single parents that work don't have a choice because someone Ford, he didn't give sick days.
Yeah.
So now if the kids get sick and the parents get sick, well, the parent can't miss work.
Like, I get that part.
Like,
this is not a single mother. Like, that's the thing.
Oh, so, no. From your individual experience. I'm not talking about your individual experience. Yeah. I'm talking about like the systemic issue that's causing all these kids to be sick because, all these parents are getting sick because they all just have to go to their fucking shitty jobs that aren't being safe either.
It's a domino effect, right? Like, one gets sick, then the other, and then the whole school gets sick, and all their parents get sick, and then their grandparents get sick. Like,
well, fucking Wednesday, the show, they made what was Ortega,
Jenna Ortega,
the girl that plays Wednesday, she had COVID during the fucking dance scene.
Yeah, she was sick. She stayed up
with
for 48
COVID.
hours. She stayed up for 48 hours and just like watched a bunch of YouTube videos and then made that dance. And
that was
killed it. But like,
yeah. But the fact that she had to work that, all those extras, all those set people, all those lives at risk, and then that spreads out.
Yeah,
because it's like people forget we're still in a fucking pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, they're just
fuck
like people
you,
are gonna die, whatever. Like,
fuck you.
Yeah.
That's not real, guys.
Yeah. God.
I guess.
Blame it on the 5G networks. God.
Oh my God.
It just pisses me off because like I went out for 1 week. Yeah. Other than that, it's like we don't do anything.
No, this is our like hanging out. Like,
I know, guys.
And like I got sick from going to work. I didn't get sick from like being out partying or I don't know who parties anymore, but like
I get sick from my kids bringing shit home, right? And then like I try to keep them home, and I'm still getting coughed on. So like,
you're like the problem is like you're doing your part, right? That's the exhausting.
And everyone is fucking me over, assholes, and I'm getting the shit end of the stick. Like,
you can't live as an individual in a society. That's not how that works. You need everyone to
dying
do the
because
thing.
Of these assholes. Like, it's like I was healthy. I was a non-smoker, and then I still kicked the bucket because some douchebag decided to send their kids to school because they wanted to go to work and didn't want to deal with their kids. Like,
or they like wanted a nap that day. That's like, I get if you have to take your kids to school. Like sometimes you do need to bring your kids to school, like because whatever individual reasons. But it's the people who like, oh, like I don't want to keep my kids home when they're sick because I want a break. Like your sick children are your responsibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like that's.
Yep.
Don't be a shitty parent.
Well, that's something amazing that a lot of people didn't see is that we were safe through this whole fucking thing. Like, like people don't witness people in quarantine.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
go completely crazy. Like,
just start like putting cameras.
Like,
oh my gosh, that would be. We each put cameras in our. Okay, I just had a brain.
We need a Big Brother episode, but COVID style. Is that what you're going with?
We each put cameras in all of our, like all around our house, right? And then I don't know, we can like take turns or hire someone or whatever, and then we switch between our 3 households, like a reality show. It's like our 3 families, and then I'll like cut through a conversation with like Sonia and Kyle. And then it'll be like, well, let's see what's happening at the Hart household. And then it cuts over. and then I'll cut over to Don's family, and it'll just be like the Lushes reality TV in quarantine.
Yeah. The next one. That's the plan for the next one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure it's going to happen soon, and we'll do that. Yeah. Subscribe to our Patreon so we can afford cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
we have ideas.
It'll be webcams, like they're not at laptops throughout every single room.
Network to pick us up, like.
Yeah, and they can just send all the cameramen and producers to each of our houses.
No one from the Jersey Shore was famous before, and they randomly made that show up.
I know, the first season was shot in 30 days.
Yeah.
And none of them got paid.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Random people in New Jersey off the beach, and they were just like...
They chose Pauly D from MySpace.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Can you imagine? We need to up our Facebook pages. I don't know where they're looking now for hot talent.
On Twitter and follow every producer.
I don't know any producers.
You don't have to know them. You just have to follow them and then them pick up on us.
Yeah, I'm sure you could just put producer in your Twitter
engine.
bio. You don't have to actually be one.
Then I get all these stupid the promoters.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah.
But
all
there has to be off limits because could I hire other people's kids to be my kids? My kids are fucking embarrassing.
You can just not have kids. That can be your story. You just have your farm.
Yeah.
Just the farm.
Chickens.
Yeah. Except for when the next quarantine comes, you'll see the kids.
Yeah, but then you just say they're your farm hands.
Yeah. Child slavery. We're bringing it back.
They just work during the season for room and board.
Got it. Yeah. And then can I change my dogs in for good dogs?
Yeah.
They're embarrassing too.
Yeah, but embarrassing pets is good content.
I guess.
So, yeah. People like to watch that. They like to watch.
I'm keeping
all the
my kids just because they are entertaining. Caleb could run his own show alone.
Same with Lyric.
His own fitness show.
Oh my god, we need to get Caleb and Lyric do their own show.
Caleb will be in the background jumping while Lyric is being
not giving a fuck.
Lyric is just thank you, please subscribe.
But then she's crying because Caleb's too close to her, and then she'll watch him.
Bye, please subscribe. Subscribe, please.
Goodbye, subscribe. Goodbye.
Oh, that would be good. See, we have so many ideas for spin-off shows.
I know.
We could be like the Try Guys.
Oh my god. We gotta have a whole team.
It's just us though. We don't have a team.
That's so much work.
It's just us.
They don't have to do all of that. They have a whole team of people doing that for them.
Nope, it's just us.
We have to at least get an editor or something.
It's just raw footage all the time.
It's just so awkward. Half of it is just us sleeping.
Yeah, and
because we didn't edit it out.
no, and people just have secondhand embarrassment the whole time. Oh god,
we forget, so we're picking our nose or something. We're oh shit.
Whoopsies! I did it on a joke.
We're smelling our armpits and be oh, I mean,
that'd be great.
Yeah. All the awkward moments.
Yeah.
We go, no one else is home. So I don't know if you guys do this, but so I go to the bathroom with the door open and I forget. Yeah.
No, I do that with everyone home too. Because I have to with Caleb.
I have a boundary.
No, I have to with Caleb because he'll open the door anyway. And I have to listen for him because he will do shit when I'm in the bathroom. He will grab things he's not supposed to. He will stand up on the kitchen table. I have to have the bathroom door open and my head out while I'm doing my business. Because
I just imagined you being Caleb, no, and you have to stand up and run, but you're just dribbling
I've done
a
that.
little bit, and
I'm
you're
not gonna lie
waddling
to
because
you.
your pants are at your ankles. You're
I've
just
done
that. Yeah.
I've done that mid-wipe, run. I don't even think I made the toilet paper into the toilet, and I was just gone trying to chase this kid.
Well, there's something amazing no one's seen.
Yeah. No one's seen me do that. So
keep your kid alive.
Yeah. That's a fucking challenge. Even with neurotypical children, keeping them alive is a fucking challenge.
Yeah.
No one talks about that. They're just like, oh, my kid's sweet. My kid's
It's a daily struggle.
They are assholes, and they make you run like.
Well, and the tips that you'd get from like older parents are things that could kill your kid.
Yeah.
So it's like,
if your kid bites you, bite them back. I hated that advice. I was like, no, why the fuck
always
would I
like
do that?
violence, like hit them. They won't hit you anymore if you hit them back.
I remember
I threatened my 16-year-old, but like I wouldn't threaten my 6-year-old. There's a difference, age. Come on now, like
my mom said that if your baby wasn't pooping, this was when I had like my first baby, just give them a little bit of water, like
water
when they're a couple. Like he was only like 2 months old or something. Now under 6 months, they're not even supposed to have juice under 6 months.
I know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
And I was breastfeeding, and like if you have a breastfed baby, they generally don't poop as much because they're absorbing more of what they're getting. Yeah. So
there's more normal fats and stuff which holds on to. Yeah.
Well, it's just normal for them to, because they're taking in everything from the breast milk. So it's just normal for them to go a few days without poop. I didn't know that. And so my mom's like telling me to give water, but I was like, no, I read that breastfed babies should not be having water and blah, blah. And then it ended up in a fight. And I was like, I'm doing what the doctor's saying. It's weird that you're getting offended by that. Like, and now, sure enough, nowadays, if you give like young babies water, they can their kidneys can fail. So that's under 6 months. Without if your doctor tells you different, your doctor tells you different. I'm just giving what Health Canada says. But so it's really funny when like older generations give you advice that would literally kill your kids.
Honey, giving your kids honey.
Oh yeah.
Not the first year. Like, oh my god.
And then I didn't know this, and I gave my kids honey.
Is it botulism that you?
Yeah.
And like not like the store-bought honey, like fresh from like the comb honey.
Doesn't matter. Botulism is a thing.
Yeah. No, I know. Like it's worse when it's not fake honey.
Yeah.
I mean, there's old school parents that still will tell you to rub whiskey on their gums, like when they're teething. Like,
oh yeah, my dad said that too.
Yeah.
So. My dad was like 50 when I was born, so like he was like old school, and when I was teething was like, have some whiskey.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I have brain damage. Thanks, Dad.
my dad did that with like my brother. Had like a little thing of Jack Daniels. He would just stick his finger in and then.
Well, okay. So when Caleb was teething, oral gel, the baby oral gel was a thing, right? Mm-hmm. But now, that was Nicholas. But now with Caleb, they're just like, you have to let them suffer, like, or like Tylenol or whatever. But like, no baby oral gel. It's actually bad for them.
Yeah, I was hardening the gums or something like that. It was actually causing it worse. But if
you like, put in for Nicholas,
we used baby oral gel. So yeah.
So for Nicholas, it was baby oral gel. But then when it came to Caleb, they're just like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. You just Tylenol and just hope for the best, or like that frozen gum thing, like that they
teethers.
Yeah. But like nothing else. Like you're not allowed to numb their gums at all. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Like and that was just like 10 years difference. Mm-hmm. And like within that 10 years, the car seats changed. Even the drop down crib was no longer legal. Like within 10 years, a shit ton of different baby stuff changed. Bumper pad, like the crib pads, not allowed. Actually that changed like right when I had Nicholas.
And you can like still buy them.
I don't understand. It's for decorative, but like if they're not allowed, why are you selling them? Like I don't get it. Like you probably should take them off the shelf then if they're not allowed.
Well, they're not that they're not allowed. Like for the bumper pads anyway, it's not that they're not allowed, it's that they're unsafe for sleeping. So it's like they can still sell them because it's not like banned. I mean, what's banned in Canada is the walkers.
Yes,
those are banned.
The ones with the wheels, and like because I guess a kid rolled down a set of stairs.
A couple kids,
watch your fucking kids.
Right? Those walkers were like good until someone just didn't watch their fucking like. Why would you have one in a walker near stairs? Like.
And just like those Boomba chairs, whatever they're called.
Oh yeah,
those are amazing. But people are like, oh, don't use them. Your kid will fall off. Like,
no, their spine will like. Someone said that their spine would like.
Some kids were having hip problems because their parents put them in those chairs too early.
For hours. Oh, and for hours.
Too long.
Yeah. Because like misuse, but like they were pretty cool if you use them properly.
That's like those things. It's like wow,
things,
stupid people ruined it.
I mean, people eat like Tide Pods for fuck's sakes. Like, I'm just why?
That was just a phase.
I know, but what? Like, what possessed?
And it wasn't even that many people.
No,
like a lot of people like to act like it was. It was. It was probably
like a group. It was like a small group, like 5 people went on a social media app and did it. Like, made a video and whatever. But like, what would possess someone to eat a fucking laundry?
They do it for the gram.
It's a trend. Did you guys not have like stupid trends that teens had to do in your
rip off
time?
people's tearaway?
Like, I mean, I watched Jackass, but I would never perform that because I was like,
my year was we snorted condoms and you pulled them out your mouth.
Ew.
What?
That was 2008, I think, was a big YouTube trend.
The only thing my school, so like grade 7, grade 8, I don't know. We went to the back, like, so across the street from my school was like a convenience store, and we would like hide behind there, and everyone was like piercing their tongue web. That was the only thing that I know. I didn't do it. I was smarter than that. But a lot of people did that. And I was like, what happens if that rips? I'm pretty sure tongue web is like actually like important to have. What, like,
when I was in the 8th grade, we were writing pen 15 on our hands.
Yeah.
Like that's
I'm not saying that kids at all ages aren't stupid at some point. Make stupid shit.
We didn't do it for social media. We just did it for fun. Like we used to have like a swing, like a rope swing over the train tracks.
Yeah.
Like and you can't even see a train coming. Like that's stupid. But we weren't doing it for the likes. We were doing it for the funds.
But that's even more embarrassing. Like if I'm gonna like risk my life, at least I want people to see it because it's amazing.
She wants to be praised for it. She wants to be loved for it.
See,
she's good at it.
Versus, like, if you die and no one witnesses,
it was a waste. What if you get like negative praise? Is that still the same for you?
It's still what's negative?
I don't know. It's like it's
Discipline?
not praise. This is the opposite. Like negative attention. That's like
negative.
What if people are like, instead of saying "Good job, Jessica," they're like,
they said bad. Don't do that.
Bad job, Jessica. Like
start spanking you. Like I need to know.
I need to know the tone.
Are they spanking you? Like, you naughty girl. You're not a good girl anymore. You're a naughty girl. I need to know. Like, are you still good with that?
I guess it would depend. If it went viral enough, then I don't think I'd care. You know, it would be embarrassing if it was like 20 hate comments and like out of 25 comments. That'd be embarrassing. But if it was like thousands of hate comments, but it got millions of views, then I'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Sorry.
You know, like it needs to be worth it, I guess.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'd be like, oh no.
I made a back when the Canadian convoy was going on. I made a TikTok that ended up getting over like 150,000 streams, I think. And most of those comments were hate comments from convoyers. So,
I love that attention.
Yeah. So I was just kind of like, okay, you're just pushing the video, dudes. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm right in this situation. So it's like, if I'm doing something stupid and I'm like, you know what? I'm vindicated. Like, I'm justified in this situation. Then I don't think hate comments would bother me.
What if it's because you ate a Tide Pod? Like,
but I did it for a reason.
Because yeah, like standing up for like human rights is a reason. But like,
my reason's not even like that bad. My reason would just literally be, this is a trend and I know it's stupid, but you know what? I want to be stupid. That's enough of a reason for me. It's just as long as I know it's stupid. Then if people are coming in going, "Wow, you're so fucking stupid," it's like, yeah, I know, right?
I'm
really fucking proud of that. So thank you for noticing.
Like, way to come in and state the obvious. Like, come up with something better.
Tell me something I don't know already.
For the record, I never ate a Tide Pod. Just gonna put that out there.
I didn't eat soap. No.
I don't even eat that gum that tastes like soap.
The Thriller or whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
My kids love that. It's purple. You get it at the dollar store. Yeah. And like it tastes like chemicals.
Its slogan is literally "It tastes like soap." Like, you can buy it at Dollarama. It's usually about cash.
Yeah, there's like,
why have I never heard of that? Like,
yeah,
is there not
like
cilantro tasting like soap?
You're
like if you had that gene, but like I've never
this is Thrill gum. Yes, it's gum that tastes like soap. Thrills.
It's like has a yellow and purple package, and the gum is purple. Yeah. Next time you're at the dollar store, be on the lookout. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because like I don't really go out. Like I'm a hermit, right? Like I take my kid to school and then I read.
Apparently, it's made by Tootsie Roll Industries.
Oh,
nice. It used to be like big in the olden times. My mother-in-law's childhood.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's been around for a while, and I'm just hearing of it now.
Yeah, it used to be big. You can't really find it like at Avondale or anything.
I wonder if it was before like mint gum. So it was kind of the idea of like freshening your breath with soap.
I don't think so.
Or they're trying to punish kids. Do you remember when like they would be like, if you swear, like you have to wash your mouth out with soap? Maybe it was like
back in the day, if you swore or like put the Lord's name in vain, you got smacked in the face with a ruler. They didn't need soap.
Yeah, the soap thing was like the generational trauma after them. Like,
they're
like,
trying
okay,
to make
I'm not
better. Yeah,
I'm not gonna beat your ass.
Maybe that's why they made the
your
soap
mouth.
tasting gum. They're like, hey, we can't now beat our children anymore, but we still want to punish them. So like, we're gonna make this gum so that we don't get bruises.
The gum was before that. So like,
yeah, the gum was even before.
Yeah,
that.
so our parents' generation was like you'd get smacked around. Our generation, we got eaten soap. Now our kids' generation, we're like, okay, let's talk about it.
Yeah,
like, like we're
gentle parenting.
We're doing a little better.
Okay, it's actually not that old. I thought it was older. Okay, hold on. I'm checking. I'm seeing what the Wikipedia says.
All right, let's
Mind
see.
Palace.
History.
Yeah, because there's not actually a whole lot written about it on the Wikipedia. Yeah, okay. They're all saying the same thing. It has 2 paragraphs. Okay, so we will end this episode on the mystery of Thrills soap gum.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Thrills is a Canadian brand of chewing gum. It was originally produced by the O-Pee-Chee Company of London, Ontario, which was subsequently bought by Nestle in the late 1980s.
Boo, Nestle.
Boo. Yeah. Fuck them.
It is well known for its purple color and distinctive flavor. Comparison of its flavor to soap are so prevalent that recent packaging states it still tastes like soap.
Is that it?
And that is all that's written about it.
It doesn't say when it started?
Yeah, does not. And none of the references link out to actual websites. And that's just a picture of the thing. So the secret of Thrills gum is still a mystery.
Listen, Nestle, if you have the documentation, when did Thrills gum get started?
Yeah, because it looks like they just wiped the internet from like everything from pre them buying it. That's what it looks like. I can't even find old packaging. So it's a conspiracy.
I thought my mother-in-law said she had it when she was a kid. I'll ask her again. And then
she might have. It just says Nestle bought it in the 1980s. There's no other date. So
yeah,
that is a mystery.
The 80s, she was still young. She was like 30. So like that's still young.
Okay, so I think we've proven how amazing we are.
Yeah.
When you're listening and when you're not listening, but if you also want to see us, remember we post our unedited episodes on YouTube's on Saturdays, so you can see what we look like. Come in with low expectations.
Yeah, don't get too excited.
Yeah. we're good, but like
we record this late after like our kids are
after drinking.
Yeah. I'm not like going out. I'm not gonna make myself look all nice. I'm in my house. I don't know what to tell you.
You're lucky I'm wearing clothes. Like
To be honest, yeah.
If I'm actually wearing a sports bra, you guys should like really be happy about that because I normally just don't do that.
I
just
don't
free
wear
balls
nothing.
it.
Just free balls.
Swinging, like Tarzan titties, but not today. Today,
you hear them
actually got
slap
them.
on your knees every time you like get comfortable. Like
Black eyes when you jump, but
that's what they used to do in the olden times. Like you use the God's name in vain. What with the titty?
No, start doing jumping jacks and give yourself a black eye.
My back hurts already. Like that. All right.
Okay.
Get off topic again. We're trying to say goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.